Hi, I'm Black Zetsu. Today I'm here with a very exciting theory about Sarada. And the good thing is, the theory also has a connection with mythology. I mean, better to say it's based off mythology, so it's not just a guess. Enjoy watching. Now, as you all know that, Susanoo is the god of storm and destruction in Japanese mythology. The event begins with the expulsion of Susanoo, who is known as the storm god according to mythology. He then encounters a crying couple next to the high river near Uzumo. When Susanoo asks the couple why they are crying, the couple tells 8-headed and 8-tailed snake-like monster named Urachi that they hate to sacrifice one of their daughters every year for 7 years so that he wouldn't get any angry and destroy them. And they were there for their 8th victim. And by the way, the 8th girl's name is Kushinadaime. Later, when Susanoo sees the girl, he falls in love and proposes a kind of a marriage there because he wants to marry her. Kushinada says, "I will accept your offer if you beat the Orochi." Hearing this, Susanoo starts to fight the Orochi using the Yata mirror and the Totsuka sword. Finally, he wins the victory against the Orochi by killing him with the Totsuka sword and leaves with Kushinada. Now, the part I've told is so far enough for us. You must have all noticed the 8-headed monster named Urachi, the very character that Orochimaru was designed with reference to. I also specifically told about the 8-headed events because look how many heads the Orochimaru has in the scene. So actually there's a mythological reference here, rather than a street fight scene, which I will explain now. The second most familiar name after Urachi is Susanoo. You all know it too. Just like the Naruto story, the person who knocks down the 8-headed snake is Susanoo again. And he does it with the Totsuka sword, just like Itachi did. And now it's time to connect the remaining dots. First of all, the crying family in this story can be called the Uchiha clan. And for Susanoo in this story, there's a Susanoo himself in the anime, but Itachi is the one who takes on the role. In addition, the event in this story of the sacrifice of the previous 7 children to the Orochi can be said that the Orochimaru transferred the cursed seal to many children and killed them in a way. As a result, those who cannot keep up with the cursed seal are chosen as victims, just like in the story. So Orochimaru wants children just like Urachi in the mythology. But let me specify the Uchiha clan analogy I made for the family. You remember, Orochimaru especially wanted an Uchiha body just for the power of the Sharingan. He wanted Itachi first, but failed. He then stared at Sasuke. That's why I described that family as the Uchiha clan. Orochimaru, just like the Urachi, steals kids from Uchiha clan just like in the mythology. But who is the 8th child who saved from being sacrificed? If you say Sasuke, you might actually be technically correct. In the end, he managed to survive and get rid of Orochimaru thanks to Susanoo. But to look at it from another angle, Sasuke is actually one of the children who was sacrificed because Orochimaru succeeded in placing that seal in the first place. Sort of like the Urachi getting the 7th child. In this sense, Sarada is the 8th girl rescued by Susanoo, who has never been in any danger and whose future is completely bright. Now we come to the part of the theory that has to do with the Sarada. Now until this time, the Uchihas have been subjected to the same cycle every time, so let's forget about the Urachi part. Because the part I'm going to tie into the script is no longer the Orochi taking or succeeding in getting children. The way people awake the Mangekyou Sharingan by constantly losing loved ones somehow, like the cycle of constant giving in mythology. So it was said in several places in the series. For example, here Itachi tells Sasuke that he must kill his best friend for the Mangekyou Sharingan. In fact, even a trauma is effective as just seeing his dad is enough. After all, he himself was awakened by just seeing it. Just as the cycle in mythology is finally broken, the cycle of awakening the Mangekyou Sharingan out of hatred will also be broken when it comes to the Sarada. And unlike the others, Sarada will awaken her Mangekyou Sharingan not through the loss of his mother, father or any friend, but rather through deep love. I hope I've made all the connections well so far and there's no question mark in your mind. If so, let me know in the comments. Now that you might say,
Alright, you explained this far. It's good. But I already knew that Sarada will wake up her Sharingan somehow. Is that all?
Nope, because there are a lot more things which will make you surprised. Currently, the power level in Boruto continues to rise rapidly thanks to the Karma and Ototsukis, while a Mangekyou Sharingan opened by Sarada should be able to keep up with this power level. Or what's the point? What's the point if she doesn't keep up with the other characters? After all that I've said, back to the part where Kushinada married Susanoo. I told you that the 8th daughter, Kushinada, is actually Sarada, and Susanoo has the Totsuka sword and Yata mirror. So, Sarada's Susanoo can have a Totsuka sword and a Yata mirror, just like the Itachi's one. Also, taking into account the breaking of the cycle of hatred and the difference in awakening, as well as the power level in the Boruto, the Sarada Susanoo will appear as bright as the sun, the definition of peace and order, rather than the dark aggressive nature of the other Uchihas and the definition of destruction as Madara calls it. It will also very likely be far stronger than the other Susanoo, so can keep up with the power level in Boruto's universe. It would make sense that a Mangekyou Sharingan that was already able to break the cycle and opened in different ways for the first time would be much stronger than the previous ones. There's one more point to which I will connect all this. That's Sarada's dream of becoming Hokage. The motivation to be vigilant against the Uchihas, which started with Tobirama and continued with misunderstanding by sections such as Danzo and Konoha officials, unfortunately didn't allow any Uchiha to become a Hokage. If Sarada is the first Uchiha to truly become a Hokage, she must have something different from even the Kagami, Shisui and Itachi who weren't cursed by hatred before. Unlike the others, it made something like awakening Sharingan purely because of deep love. And yes, it may have been awakened. The reason why the Mangekyou Sharingan is awakened is actually because the Uchihas love someone and attach themselves to them in the first place. But that's not what I mean. Others wake up because when the person dies, hate replaces love. Sarada will never awaken her Mangekyou like that. It will awaken entirely from very deep love and perhaps a protective instinct. Thus, as the first Uchiha who completely represents light, peace and order, she will clear the name of the Uchiha and become someone who can become a Hokage. In the meantime, it's useful to remind that these are all theories, so there's no need to get too carried away. But is it consistent? Yes, very consistent. So I really wonder, what are your opinions? Do you think can Sarada unlock her Mangekyou Sharingan because of truly deep love, and can she keep up with the power level of future? And yeah, I've told you this much, and if you watched the video till here, you already enjoyed it. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for seeing more content like this. And you can write your opinions in the comment section. I'm a new channel with incredible Naruto videos that you wouldn't want to miss out. See you in the next one.